So you're going to hear the voice of Grandma Iole Martinat banker, and I'm going to show you photos. This is me when I was probably about 5 with some of my tomboy toys that I used to like. I liked some kind of, what was that gunk? It was like goo, or not Play-Doh, but it was slimy and green and something like that. Grandma Iole Martinat is going to be speaking about, sometimes she'd say Martinette, so I'm not really sure. It was spelled Martinat. Martinat is, I think, how you'd really say it, not pronounce the T, Martinat. But maybe they would say Martinet, kind of like the Americanized version of it, maybe. Okay, so Grandma Iole is going to be talking about the pool table that, the antique pool table that they had, and some of the games they used to like to play on there.
Set that covers the pockets so you can...
I guess, there we go.
They were pockets in there. Well, you cover them. We have a set that covers the pockets so you can... It's a form of you clamping them on. Ah, so what do you do in billiards? In billiards, you have your cue ball, and you have to hit, with your cue ball, you have to hit 1, 2, or 3 together. You have to hit all 3. You have to take your cue in your hand and hit your cue ball, and have that cue ball hit ball number 1, and number 2, and number 3. You can hit number 2 without number 3 and hit 1, but you have to hit them all. Yeah. They don't have to go anywhere, you just have to hit them. No. But does it count if ball number 1 hits ball number 2, or do you have to have... No, it's a cue ball. Only the cue ball can hit that.
I just wanted to point out, so here on the mantle, at my house where I used to live with my mom, 9845, she had a lot of little figurines of pharmacists. So those figurines you see there are all different little pharmacists that are, administering medicine, or just, I think she collected them. Okay, here we go.
But in bottle billiards, that's it, it was called bottle billiards. It was kind of fun because the game is exactly 31. You cannot go 1 point over. If you go 1 point over, then you have to start all over again. So, how do you get a point? Well, you get 1 point, but because this bottle billiards, we did not have the pockets covered. We left the pockets undone. So you could, if you decided you didn't want to make 5 points, you could just hit the 1 ball and make it go in the pocket. That would count 1. Or you could count the 2 ball, and that would count 2 points. Or you could hit the 3, and that would count 3 points. But if you knocked the ball, the bottle down, that was 5 points. If you inverted the bottle and made it stand, I don't know how you call it, upside down, that was 10 points. Ooh, that must be tricky.
This is me dressed up for Thanksgiving, I guess, at some school event with one of my teachers, probably about the 3rd or 4th grade. That might be 4th grade, actually. I think Reshma, my best friend, had that teacher too. We both did, I think.
You many cue balls? Two. Oh, okay. Two. Cue balls, two. Well, there's three balls, counting the cue ball. Oh. But I don't think there's a three. Oh, okay. There's two. And the bottom. Yeah. Oh, okay. How are you? It's simpler that way. Three would be more difficult. Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah. It's hard to explain. It's easy to play, but, I mean, it's not easy. It's a hard game. But... Yeah. And if you hit the cue ball, how do you feel? No, better. Better? I had to jump up. That made me dizzy. To tell you about that man. Okay.
So this photo here was taken on Grandma Iole and Grandpa Bob Banker's 50th anniversary. We went up to Napa Valley and stayed at a hotel that was on this vineyard, looking over the vineyard. And we toured different vineyards and wineries, and it was beautiful, the rolling hills of vineyards. That was while Grandpa was still feeling pretty well, I think from smoking, even though he quit, he smoked for many years, so he ended up getting prostate cancer and lung cancer too. I think it sort of metastasized and spread, but I know he had prostate cancer for a while, and I'm pretty sure lung cancer too. So yeah, I think he only lived to be about 76, so I'm glad he could go on this nice trip shortly before he started to feel ill. And he also it was about the same age there. Okay, so back to pool.
Better? I had to jump up. That made me dizzy. To tell you about that man. Okay. So, you could make 1 point by hitting your cue ball hit the 1 and 2. That was 1 point. Like it was regular billiards. So, and you had to get exactly 31. If you went over, a lot of times you were going to hit just 5 up. You wanted 5 points, and then it would go upside down. Of course, that counted 10 points. What happened though if you made 31 and scratch? What? You made exactly 31 and then scratch. You mean the clip went off? What if you went over and scratched?
I think scratch is when the cue ball goes into the pocket. So that's what they're asking about.
Yeah, and then scratch. You mean the clip went off? What if you went over and scratched? You took it, no, it didn't count. You took 1 point off. But see, then you can go over and scratch. You wouldn't have to start over. I think if you went over, you went over. Yeah, if you went over, you went over. If you scratched accidentally, you didn't take a point off. No, I don't think. Yeah, the minute you went over, you had to, it was gone. So you couldn't scratch? No. So remember, well, no, I didn't know if you went over, if you scratched, if you took one off, or you had to start over. No, the minute you hit 31, you had to start over. No, I didn't play too much fun. Even if you scratched, it didn't count, because you had already reached that. Yeah, you already went over, yeah. Grandpa and Dad were in shop, they were real great at bottom, but I didn't think it was fun. So we had a lot of fun with the pool table.
See, I could really get a good tan in the summertime. My legs there, you can see they got pretty tan. I think that was before I started to put suntan lotion on. Then when I was a teenager living on Balboa Island, we were renting there. I started to put suntan lotion on, but just for protection, sunscreen. But here you can see my legs are pretty tan. So I liked spending time outside. Probably most likely got that from my dad's side of the family. maybe a little bit on both sides, but maybe a little bit more from my dad's side.
Scratch. It didn't count because you had already reached
Yeah, over. Yeah. No, Grandma and Dad were each out. They were elevator bottles, but I didn't do it was fun.
So we had a lot of fun with the pool table. And then TV came in. And we had one of the first small, I think it was a 10-inch